Hello everyone, my name's Alex and I'm a physiotherapist from Physiofunction and I'm going to be taking this level 3 different strokes exercise class today. So level 3 exercise classes are for individuals who have reasonably good movement in their affected leg but may have some restricted movement in their affected arm. This class is going to be a combination of sitting and standing exercises. So it's a requirement for the standing exercises that you have something to hold on to. So that could be a kitchen bench, a table, or a sturdy upright chair, and that you have somebody there to supervise you for safety. This exercise class is week 3 in our Gait series. So this is us working on walking pattern and various aspects and components of the walking pattern. So the last couple of weeks we've worked on swing phase, so that's the stepping. We've worked on stance, so that's bringing and keeping weight onto your affected side. And today we're going to look at multi-directional stepping, so stepping in different directions to help with changing direction and turning. So these are going to be exercises specifically targeted at your ability to move your leg in various directions, which will help when you need to turn or maneuver around objects. So it's going to mostly be in standing, but I will try and give some options for some seated exercises should you wish to have a little break or a rest with those, okay? So let's get started. We're going to start in sitting for our warm-up. So let's just start firstly marching our arms and legs. So it's a good idea to have some water nearby, so please stop and have drinks as often as you need. Make sure you're moving at your own pace as well. So always working at your own pace. Make sure you're challenging yourself, but also you're working within your limits. Excuse my chair, it's being very squeaky. I've managed to stop the squeaking. So arms and legs swinging, you can hold your hands together in front. Wonderful, let's go to some heel taps, alternating legs. Nice big movements trying to pop those alternate heels down. Lovely. Keep it moving. Really nice. So this is just moving at your own pace at a level you can sustain. We're just warming ourselves up, getting our bodies ready for exercise. And let's side step now. Big steps out. You could add some cross-body punches if you want to. Holding hands together if you need. Lovely. Keep it going. Okay, let's try and reach out. So if you want to here, you can keep your legs still now if you want to concentrate on your reaching. You could as well hold your hands together, reach alternate sides. Good. And then let's go opposite knee. So going down and across. Remember, you can have hands clasped together. Lovely, keep it going. Wonderful. And give everything a good shake and a wiggle. Okay, let's do some nice big shoulder rolls. So if you can, have your hands on your shoulders, but you don't have to if that's not available. We're going to do some nice big shoulder and arm rolls here. So on your affected side, just move as much as you can. Just doing some nice big circles with our elbows. And let's go opposite direction. Good. Lovely. One more. And stop there. Okay, if you sit towards the edge of your chair, so I'm going to turn to demonstrate. You're going to straighten one leg out, have the other leg bent. Sit nice and tall. Okay, we're going to do a little reverse cycling motion with our hands. If you've joined me before, you know I either say it's like a reverse train, or I like to call it the emu stretch. Modified emu stretch. Good, keep back straight, chest up. Just a gentle reverse cycling. You could do this even with one arm. Good. One more here. So gently warm up those hamstring muscles. Other side. Forward and back. Lovely. Feel that gentle stretch down that hamstring, which is the muscle at the back of your thigh. Good. One more. And relax. Wonderful. Okay, hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer. We're going to go into our circuit. Okay, so the first exercise we are going to do is in standing. So we're going to do 60 seconds per exercise, and we're going to make our way through the circuit at least twice. Even one more time, depending on how we go for time today. So first exercise, standing near your support, we're going to do forward stepping. So we're going to try and alternate. So have your support, you could have it either in front, but just bear in mind that you need to leave room to step, or you can have it on the side. We're going to step effective leg forward and back, and then opposite leg forward and back. So you're stepping forward, bringing your weight onto it, then stepping back, forward and back. So you need to think about here, bringing your weight onto the leg when you step forward, but then bringing it back to the start. Onto the leg, back to the start. So that's our first exercise. So we're going to go for 1 minute in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Forward, back. Forward, back. Try and make your hands as light as you can. Think about the weight shifting from one leg back to the other side, so you feel where your weight is. So it wants to be so that you can freely move the leg you're stepping. If you feel like you can't move it, it's probably because you have your weight on it. So forward and back, forward and back. Good. Nearly there. Back, forward and back, moving at your own pace. Good. We're going to do one more. Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay, have a rest while I show you the next one. We're going to do side stepping. So we're stepping out, back in. So I'll show you away from the bench. So I would want you to face the support this time. So you can have your hands on the support in front. You're going to go side, back, and then other way. Side, back. Okay? That's exercise number 1. Second option, if you want to make it a bit harder, we can go side, little knee bend, back up, side, little knee bend, back up. Seated option, like in our warm-up, side, in, side, in. Okay, so there are options. Pick which one you would like to do. We're going to go for 1 minute. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So I'm going to stand here to show you, but you should have your support in front. Lightly holding your hands on your support as needed for balance. So side and back, working at your own pace. Side, back. Remember, if you want, you can put a little knee bend. Knee bend. So completely up to you. I want to think about the control, balance. And if you kind of find a little target, you could put a target. If you're in your kitchen, you could use some tiles as targets. Remember the size of the step as well. The bigger it is, the more challenging because you've got further to shift your weight. Do one more. And stop there. Fantastic. Okay. Next exercise is backward stepping. So stepping back, together, back, together. So alternating legs again. On your effect side, really think about reaching that leg back, squeezing your bottom. Option, if you want, you could bend, you could do a little lunge and back together. So that's an option for you, if you would like. Okay? So if you are working in sitting, I'll get you to try and do some stepping back under the chair and forward. So you can alternate. Stepping forward and back with those legs, okay? So they're the options. So get yourselves ready. Off we go in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Backward, together, backward, together. Notice my chest is staying up. I'm reaching back with my legs, squeezing my bottom. Lovely. Back, together, back, together. Feel where that weight is shifting. So you need to move your weight off the leg you're stepping. If you want, adding that little lunge, you want to make it harder, this is really easy for you. Add that lunge. Good. Lovely. Fantastic. Okay, next exercise we're going to do is turning in a circle. So I'm going to give you some different options here. I want you to pick the option that is safe for you, okay? So if you use a walking aid, then please use this for this exercise. If you're working on your balance and things, then you can do it safely. Then I want you to have a go. Make sure you have your assistant closely supervising you, okay, for safety. If you're a bit nervous, what you can do is you could use the corner of your kitchen. Because if you have the corner here, then you've got something safely on each side and your assistant can stand in front of you. So, using your walking aid or support. So again, you could always have a support on both sides. We're going to try turning in a circle. So we're turning around in a circle. Again, use your support as you need for safety. You could have your walking aid. If you've got a stick, you could practice turning with your stick. So nice and steady here, okay? The key is to be safe, to be steady, okay? No rushing, and make sure you're working in your own limits. So have your assistant there to supervise you, have the support you need nearby, okay? If you just really don't feel like you could try that, then what I want you to try and do is we're going to do some little turn stepping, standing. So you're going to step around and look. Or you could just practice turning to look over one shoulder and turning to look over the other. So alternating here, okay? So pick your option. We're going to go for a bit longer on this one. If purely just because we're going to take our time when we're doing it. So I'm going to wait for 1 minute, trying one direction, and then we're going to do the other minute going the other direction. Okay, off we go. So take your time, turning, think about really stepping those feet around as you turn. So something that you really need to try and focus on is making sure you don't swivel, okay, or shuffle. Really try and step. So again, step, we're going to the right, whichever way you've chosen to go first, step around, using those supports. Good. Okay, have a pause, get your balance. If you start to feel dizzy, make sure you stop for a moment before you start again. So stepping around, then using your support, your aid, taking your time, really thinking about turning in as few steps as you can. So a really nice way to do this, if you struggle with turning, is practicing how many steps does it take me to turn around? And then you can use that as your little challenge measure like we did last week. Fantastic. We're going to have a moment. Make sure we're not too dizzy. And then we'll have a go going in the other direction. Okay. If you need a bit longer, then please do pause and have a little bit longer, okay? We're going to work in the other direction. So you will find one side's probably harder than the other, usually more difficult leading towards your affected side. So just really take the time, work on that balance, work on the fluidity, make it nice and smooth and controlled. Off we go. So we're going to turn the opposite direction, big steps around. Good. Good. If that's getting a bit much for you, then again, turn to look over your shoulder. Okay? But if you're going with me, we're going to turn again. Nice steps around. Good. Have a moment. Off we go again. Big steps. Remember, pause as much as you need to between. Fantastic. We're going to stop there so we're not too dizzy. Okay. So we're going to go back to the start here. What I'd really love you to do after we've finished this circuit is have a practice walking and turning, okay? Have a practice putting these exercises today into function and practice, okay? So we're going to go back to our forward stepping now, okay? 1 minute, so get yourself ready. If you're wanting to choose a seated option for a little bit, forward and back here. Forward stepping in the chair, okay? So that's your seated option. Gonna go in 3, 2, 1, off we go, forward and back. I make it a really nice big step. Focus on getting that heel down. Lovely. Heel down, back. Feel where your weight is. Really nice. Moving at your own pace. Good. Lovely, guys. Big step. Forward and back. Lovely. Forward and back. Nearly there. And stop there. Awesome. Okay. Next exercise is our side step. So side and back, side and back. So from the front, you have your support in front, side, together, side, together. Remember, adding a little squat if you would like. Okay, if you're seated, we're doing the big side steps in the chair. All right, so we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Side, together, side, together, side, together. Good. Side, together. Adding a little squat if you would like. Okay, option for you if you'd like. Side, together. Hands are as light as you can. Lovely. Doing well, everyone. Over halfway. Good. Side, together, side, together. Nearly there. Good. One more each way. And relax. Awesome. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. I definitely am going to have one right now. Too much talking. Okay. Next exercise, back step. Remember, if you would like, back step, little bend, up, together. So option to add the little bend if you would like. Or if we're doing the seated option, stepping back, forward, back, forward. So option for seated. Okay, so pick which one you would like to do and make your way to your starting position. Remember, if you need a bit more time for transitions, then please just press pause and then press play once we're ready to go again. Okay, so getting ready to go. Off we go in 3, 2, 1. Back step, together. Back step, together. Good. Back step, together. Back step, together. Really nice. Option to add your little lunge if you would like to make it a bit more challenging. Good. Nice big stretch back, keep that chest up, that head up. Try and pick a point to focus on in front of you. Good, nearly there. Keep it going. Good, one more. And relax. Awesome. Okay, turning in a circle again. So what we might do between these turning in a circle, sorry, my shoelace coming in, we might do another exercise just so we don't get too dizzy. So have yourself in your place ready for the turning. Remember, if you would like, you could just practice turning to look over one shoulder and turning to look over the other. So that's an option for you. Or you could try turning using supports or your aids as needed for balance. If you want to do a seated option, okay, if you need to take a little step back for a moment, practice turning here. Okay, so there are your different options. Right, so 1 minute, off we go, turning to the right. Big steps around. So trying to think, nice big steps around with your legs. Good. Have a pause. To the right. Step around, together. Around, together. Around, together. Good. Have a little pause for a moment. Get your bearings. If you're starting to feel really dizzy, just go to a little march on the spot, okay? One more, so we're going to go around, together, around, together. One more, around, together. Brilliant. Have a pause. So we're going to do some marching just to break up that turning in a circle before we finish with our final way to the left. So holding your support or sitting, do some marching. You can have your supports either side, you can have your support in front. Marching those legs. Or you could be sitting if you need to be. Really nice. Good. We're going to march for another 15 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And then now we're turning the other way. So turning to your left. Big step around. Good. Have a pause between, remember. If you need, you could just go to marching again or practicing your turning. Most important thing is make sure you're steady. Because you can get a bit dizzy with turning in circle. Good. Have a moment. Like I said, you're feeling dizzy, and just go back to some marching. I'm going to try one more. Turn, together, turn, together, big steps. Fantastic. Awesome, well done. So, if we come down to sitting, we will do some cool down stretches. So if you really want to keep working on the exercises, I would recommend going back and doing another round of the circuit, okay? But if not, you're going to join me for our cool down. Let's just start by giving our shoulders and everything a bit of a stretch because we have used them with weight bearing, so we need to do our arms. So hands together, reach your arms forward and round that upper back. Option to drop your head. Feel that stretch across your upper back here. You could have your hands on your lap if needed. Good. And then let's bring our hands behind our back, or on the arm of your armrest if you need. Squeeze shoulders back together. Really feel the stretch across your chest here. Nice big breath. Well done. Good. Let's place our right leg out straight like we did in the warm-up for our emu stretch. Left leg is bent. Hands on the left knee. Sit nice and tall. Hinge forward at your hips until you feel a stretch down the back of that straight leg. Hold that there. Really lovely. Nice big breaths here. Good. And we're going to change legs. So left leg out straight, right leg bent, hands on the right knee. Sit tall, hinge forward at your hips. Good. Nice big breaths. Feel the stretch down the back of that hamstring, so that's a muscle at the back of your thigh. Really nice. And relax. So we're going to bring our right foot back as far as we can underneath us on the chair. And we're going to lean through that leg to try and push your heel down towards the floor, just so you feel a stretch in your calf muscle. So I'll show you from the side. We're sliding that foot back. We're leaning down to push our heel down towards the floor to feel a stretch in that calf. So that's just above your ankle at the back. Hold that there. Good. And we're going to change legs, left leg back, lean our weight through that left knee to push that heel down towards the floor. Feel the stretch in your calf muscle. Well done. Good. And relax off. Absolutely great work, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me for this different strokes exercise class. As always, I would love to hear any feedback you have, any comments, so please leave them below. If you've done the class and you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. And I always welcome any comments or feedback. So if you don't want to leave them below, then you can always send a message to the Different Strokes Charity Facebook page. We would always recommend as well, in addition to this class, if you can try and do at least another 2 classes this week to really get the most out of them. You can either repeat this class, you can do a couple of the last 2 weeks we've had in this Gait series, or have a look on the Facebook page or Different Strokes UK YouTube page. There are loads of different exercise classes from this last year that we've been doing them. So a massive resource for you to keep some variety in your exercise routine. So check them out, let us know how you get on. And I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week. Thank you again for taking part and exercising with me. And I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Bye.